The latest developments are, unfortunately, that organ trafficking remains a terrible problem in Europe and throughout the world. The WHO, World Health Organization, estimates that every year kidneys alone, to give you an example, are sold on the black market, that there are more than 10,000 kidneys sold on the black market. The recipients have to pay prices up to 150,000 euros to receive them. The people who actually offer their organs, their kidneys, for an organ transplant receive as little as 1,000 euros. It is a serious crime. It's estimated to be one of the most profitable crimes in the world, next to the arms trade, the drugs trade, and human trafficking as such, the slave trade, if you like. Annual revenue is estimated to be over 2 billion euros. It's a huge crime, often carried out by organized crime organizations that operate transnationally, who take advantage of two factors. The fact that in many countries, waiting time for organ transplant, for legal organ transplant, can be as long as 4 years. For many people, that is too long, that is fatal. They won't live long enough to receive the transplanted organ, so they're desperate. That's why they turn to the black market. And the black market takes advantage of another fact, that there are poor countries where people are desperate to gain income by any way and are willing to either sell their own organs or the organs of their children in order to survive economically. We also know that countries where the death penalty exists have actually sold organs of executed prisoners abroad. So it's another terrible issue. What I can say, there's a lot of talk about the carbon footprint these days. There's also a medical footprint. And the illegal organ trafficking, or trafficking is by definition illegal transplants, organ trafficking, leaves a terrific medical footprint. First of all, often it has disastrous consequences for the donor, who is forced to sell in many cases because of the conditions under which the organ is taken away, often leading to lasting disability or death, and also for the recipients. The health risks, both to the person, him or herself, or to his immediate family and surroundings, can be absolutely catastrophic. So it's a huge problem. The latest developments are that we now have 9 ratifications for this treaty. We wait for one more for the international cooperation to take off. There is a committee of the parties which will ensure that this convention is effectively implemented by all and that it is adapted where necessary. We wait for one more ratification, and the Parliamentary Assembly has just today presented a handbook for parliamentarians in both languages of the Council of Europe to help our parliamentarians convince their governments that it's absolutely necessary to ratify this convention as soon as possible. My directorate was responsible for drafting this convention, so for the preparation, for the negotiations, for putting it on the desk of the Committee of Ministers, which then adopted it. We're now charged with ensuring that we raise awareness and promote its ratification, and that also explains my presence at the hearing today for the presentation of the handbook. Once the 10th ratification comes and the convention enters into force, my directorate will also ensure the secretariat of the Committee of the Parties.